Okay, so from today and next few lessons, we are going to do simultaneous equations. Before we start this, can I ask you, what does this word mean? What does simultaneous mean in English? Same time, exactly. Or two things together. You can see I've got two equations together. Yeah? I've got two equations together. I've got two equations together. Whenever I've got two equations together happening at the same time, then we call them simultaneous equations. Now, for the moment, we are going to learn two techniques in solving them. Whenever we want to solve an equation, we want to find what is x, what is y. Yeah? So that's the purpose. Now, the technique we're going to learn today, it's called substitution. What does the word substitution mean in English?
To swap something with something else.
Exactly. Or replace, right? So let's have a look. I've got equation 1, I've got equation 2. By the way, this 1 and 2 doesn't really mean anything mathematically, I just call a name. I've got equation 1, I've got equation 2. Now, equation 1 says x plus y equals 10. Equation 2 says y equals 4x. All I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the y by 4x. Does it make sense? So x plus y equals 10. What's y? Y is 4x. It's written like that. Yeah? So what I'm going to do is x plus what's y? Y is 4x. Now hopefully from here it's extremely straightforward. Right? What's x plus 4x, guys? 5x. 5x equals 10, x equals 2. Yeah, easy. Now once I find x, I still need to find my y. Right. So what I'm going to do is to substitute whatever x value I get, put to the original one. So y is 4x. What's x? X is 2. No, we don't. Of course, that's an extremely easy example. Now once we find x, once we find my y, personal habit and it's good practice is to always write down your conclusion. That symbol, I'm not sure if you guys know, stands for therefore. So I write down therefore x is 2, y is 8. Now we're done. Yep, that's your final conclusion. Does it make sense? Now with this sort of thing, just like before, with one single equation or simultaneous equation, I'll always do a final check to see if I've done the right thing. So let's do a final check. X plus y is 10. 2 plus 8 is 10, obviously. Yeah? So it does satisfy my equation 1. Make sense? I do a final check for equation 2. 4 times 2 is 8, correct. Yeah? Then you are sure you have done the right thing. Like in an exam, you can check. Make sense? Any questions for this one before I move on? Yeah.
Why do you choose 4x to replace with y?
Because I don't know what x is. Yeah. X plus y. I already know y is 4x. So it's just a direct substitution. Good question. Any others?
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's basically like having the key.
If I know x equals something, I can substitute x, but I don't know x, right? I know y. Any other questions? All good? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to have a look at the next one. Slightly more difficult, but pretty much a similar sort of idea. I'm going to call equation 1. I'm going to call equation 2. Equation 1 says 4x minus y equals 6. Yeah? Equation 2 says that. Do I know x or do I know y?
Y.
Y, very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sub 2 into 1. Does that expression make sense, what I've written down as a statement? So I'm going to write down 4x minus y. Can you tell me what's y?
2x minus 4.
2x minus 4. Now, super important. Because here I've got more than one term, I've got two terms. I must put a bracket. What's y? Y is 2x minus 4 equals 6. Is that okay? The rest, pretty easy. 4x minus 2x. Somebody tell me. 4.
2x.
No, sorry, I haven't finished. 4x minus 2x. What do I write here?
Equals 6.
How do I open the bracket? I'm waiting for the things I'm looking for. How do I remove the bracket? Somebody said. Thank you. Yeah, all of that should be pretty straightforward after that. Is it okay? One step on x, just like last question, one step on x, I need to go back to find y. Now, you might wondering, what do I do? Do I put in equation 1 or do I put in equation 2, or it doesn't matter? Is that a question or is that the answer?
Oh.
Okay, once I find x, I need to find my y, right? I need to go back to put in one of the equations to find y. Do I put in equation 1 or do I put in equation 2, or doesn't matter? Doesn't matter, very good. This one doesn't really make much difference. Later on, there will be positive, negative fraction involved. I try to choose the equation that looks easier. Yep, to avoid potential mistake. But for this one, it's okay, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'll do a quick check. Now I've got my x, I've got my y. Do you have a question there?
Why, when you substitute y with 2x minus 4, why does it need to be in brackets?
Good question. If I didn't have two terms, if I have only one term, doesn't matter at all. But if I had two terms, if I write like this, it's wrong. Can somebody tell me why it's wrong? This is wrong. 4x minus y. This is 4x minus, this is not y. Y is 2x minus 4. I must have a bracket, otherwise the whole meaning has changed. So whenever it's more than one term, I must have a bracket. This is 4x minus y. This is not 4x minus y. So just make sure that you do carry a bracket whenever there's more than one term. No? Let's back to this. When I have x and y, when I find x and y, I go back to check. Again, doesn't matter which expression, which one you substitute into, right? So let's do a random check. 4 times 1, 4 times x, what's x? So 4 times 1 is 4 minus, what's y? So 4 minus minus 2 gives me? Final answer? 6. Yeah, that means this one's correct. Make sense? Does it feel okay? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, good. All right, let's do a final one. Have a look. As usual, I call that equation 1, equation 2. What's the difference between this one and the one we just did a moment ago? I got 3x plus 2y equals whatever number. Guys, please don't talk. I know you're probably discussing this, just wait. Y equals this. What's the difference between this one and the one we just did just now? The one we did, 4x minus y. This one is 3x plus 2y. What's the significance difference there?
Y has a coefficient.
Huh?
Y has a coefficient.
Perfect. There's a coefficient. There's a number before y. That makes the whole thing different. Yeah? This one, I'm just subtract y. This one, 2 times y. Can we see that? That's the significant difference. And we must know the relationship between 2 and y is times relationship. Okay, once we know that, again, just a matter of substitution. This is why today we just call substitute, right? We replace y by the 2x minus 8, and we put it in there. That's basically all we do today. Next lesson, significant difference. But understand this one first. Now, 3 times x plus 2 times y. Are you okay with that? Everybody, are you okay with this?
Yep.
Once you've done that, it becomes stuff we did before camp. What do you do from here? Everybody should be comfortable by now with this sort of thing. What do you do from here? Joe?
I times everything in the brackets by 2.
Okay, can you tell me from the beginning?
So it becomes 3x plus 4x. Oh, 4x needs to be in brackets, but minus 16.
Perfect. Perfect. This one doesn't need to be bracket because I'm plusing the number. It doesn't really matter. If it's negative, then yes, must have bracket. Good. 3x plus 4x is 7x. Now you and I, super simple question. What do I do with the 16 or minus 16? Plus to the right hand side. I found a value for x, right? Whatever the number is. In this case, it's 5. Then obviously we need to go back to find y. Now, same question. Do I do equation 1 or equation 2? Technically, it doesn't matter, right? You should always get the same solution or answer. Doesn't matter equation 1 or equation 2. However, as I said, personally, a wiser choice is I'm going to do equation 2 because there's less things involved. What I mean by that, you can see if I say y is 2 times 5 minus 8, I would rather do this one than this one. Do you guys agree? Why is that? Why I'm choosing, as I said, both answers would be correct. But why do I do equation 2? Why do I do equation 2 rather than equation 1? Huh? Shorter, exactly. Now this one, 2 times 5 minus 8, 10 minus 8 is 2. You pretty much get it within 2 seconds in your head, right? And if you type this into the calculator, it probably take longer time. And if imagine you got this one, it's 3 times 5, 15 plus 2y equals 19. You are solving another equation that have multiple steps involved. Like this one, 2 seconds, done. Is all good? Now, always good at practice. Good idea to draw your conclusion. X is 5, y is 2. I strongly suggest, even in an exam situation, you do a final check. Hold on, I'll answer your question. X is 5, y is 8. Sorry, y is 2. Do a final check. 3 times 5. Come on, everybody. 3 times 5?
10.
What's y?
4.
2 times 2?
4.
15 plus 4?
19.
That means you've done the right thing. Yeah?